Sean here, as promised. I'm going to give you, the three setups. Well, first of all, I'm going to do the gap and crap, how I evaluate if it's going to be a gap and crap. How am I going to evaluate, like, literally, how, like, well, I'm talking about that -7, well, not -17, but that 17% pullback. If it's anything like underneath, like 15, 16 is okay, but if we're like a 9 or a 10% pullback, what am I going to expect? A gap and crap or a gap and extension? I hope you can answer that question for me. Because we did talk on the phone early this morning, but I'll explain it to you. Don't worry about it if you don't know the answer. Okay, so we'll start off with, I cherry picked these for you, okay? We'll go with Jivo, and what a sexy setup this was. Okay, so Jivo just like literally popped up like at 9, okay? And I'll just give you a quick evaluation of Jivo. No, sorry, I don't want to start with Jivo, okay, because this is a gap extension. I want to start off something really, really easy peasy for you, okay? This is what I really want you to concentrate on. Okay, so this stock here, Time, TYME, pops up, okay? It can't make, this is the high of day, okay, in pre-market. It can't go any higher than this, okay? So, right then and there, I put a line, or you can put whatever. I have a whole high day here, so it comes into VWAP, comes and does this nice, it's almost like a three-wave if you want, okay? Literally, so you have your high, your head, your right shoulder, and to be honest, I always like to put a box. As soon as I get a high and a higher high, I always take a box and do this here, okay? This really makes sense to me. So I'm saying, okay, if I see this happening and this comes into my zone, I'm going to be interested. If I see wick, hammer, wick, and I guess it's just as a standard body, I would be shorting this level right here at set 170, and I'll risk this candle here 176 or 178. We're talking about at 6-7 cents here. So I'll be getting in anywhere in this level here, okay? And I'll be going down with the J lines, okay? That's my pre-market trade. I have to take this every day, okay? And I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty on how I evaluate this is going to be a gap and crap, okay? And it's not too complicating, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the trend line, and I want you to go from high to the low. Boom. You see that here? We have -30, top left corner, we have a -36. Okay? So, -19, sorry. -19% pullback. So, automatically, it's a gap and crap candidate. Right then and there, what am I doing? I'm going to go get my fib. Okay? I'm going to go to pre-market high. And I'm going to drop it down to the pre-market low. Okay? That, literally, when at this time of the day, 8:45, 9, this is what I'm doing. I want to see it come in underneath the J lines. So I want you to answer this question for me, okay? I know we spoke about it on the phone this morning, and I just want to see if you retain this. I'm going to remove this drawing here, remove drawing. Where's my 9 EMA is this blue line, turquoise line. Okay, where is it? It's dancing with the J lines, right? So would this be a candidate to be like a gap and crap? No. Well, what I'm saying, I can't take the J line short, okay? Because theoretically, like we're kissing, we're dancing with the J line. So automatically, I know it's going to push. It's going to push to where? Okay. I don't want you to get mixed up with a gap extension, and this is going to push. We knew, Jay and I and the guys, we knew that this is going to push our gap and crap setup. If this 9 EMA was like under here with the price, then you short the first J line rejection. And keep your stop, like I said, keep your stop right above a few cents. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. Now what am I looking at, okay? When the bell rings. When the bell rings, my fibs are plotted. My fibs are plot. What I usually do is I take a box and I come into my golden zone, okay? I like sometimes to take this, and you'll understand when I sent you that video from Curtis. The trend is going down, okay? It's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Whoop, we found a bottom. Pops up into my -23 here. If it's a strong downtrend, it's going to reject this 23 down, okay? If it's a strong downtrend, okay? We didn't. We popped into our golden zone, and you're going to see this very often, okay? Don't think I'm making this up. It's going to do this often into this level here. I'm going to put my stop. So I'm going to attack this level. I'm going to attack it here. I would have probably had an order here sitting at what, 160, what is it? Maybe 166, 165. I would maybe have an order. A feeler, 200 shares, 300 shares. My size usually around now is like on these setups like 800 to 1,000 shares. Jay wants me to pump it up, but I don't want to. I'm comfortable with it. Okay, like I said, I don't want to make millions. I just want to make, you know, 75, 100, 150 dollars a day, and I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm still in my beginning phases of trading. Golden zone, boom, rejection, wick. Right here, I'm like loading it. Okay, I'm hotkeying in 200, 400, and I'm aiming, since like we're sitting on the J lines, go to the 200. If this like was right up here and the J lines were like more down here, and this was my golden zone, well, I would cover into the J lines. But since I'm nailing it at like 165, 160 with maybe slippage, maybe 160, sorry, here, well, the J lines are at 153. We got like literally like 9 cents. So I want to see this go to the 200 and trim a third or a half, pay myself like Jay always does, and aim for this 1,000. Here's the 1,000 here. Okay, this is my go-to setup. Target 1, target 2. That's it. Turn it off. Okay, don't ask for more. Don't be greedy. Don't say, oh, it's going to go to $1. No, no, no. Stick to the rules. You can leave maybe a partial on and cover and leave like a 40 shares or 100 shares just in case if you get like an offering or something. But you know what? By 10:30, I'm turning this off. I'm doing my recording. I'm uploading it to YouTube, and I'm getting to the office. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm an orthodontic distributor. I work from home, so I got 3 employees here at the house. I got a reasonable big garage, and I have a manufacturer in the garage. So I manufacture dental wax, and I also do distribution for the plaster and the molding plaster and all that for the dentist and the denturist. And I also have an orthodontic distribution, and also have another phase B to the company, which is a 3D scanning for dentists. So I can have it with a 3D printer and all that stuff. Getting back to here, I'm going to keep my stop literally here, 170. Okay, 170. I don't care if I'm like 100 shares, 50 shares. My stop is here. Because my real zone where I really want to attack, where Jay's loading the boat, and I'll show you, this is the loading the boat zone and keeping my stop high a day right here. And I'll get back to this in one little second. I'm just going to zoom out for you. Okay, so what Jay does, okay, well, he takes a fib. Well, I'll zoom out just a bit more, sorry. How come I can't go left more? Hold on, maybe I'm in my time zone here. My time zone, 4 days. I'll bring it back 5 days, so I'll get more data here. Okay, there we go. So what Jay does, okay, he takes the fib from pre-market high, and you'll see it. It corresponds almost like mine. He takes the high of pre-market, boom, and brings us down to yesterday's close. And he's nailing this 78, 88 level. Here, I'll get these fibs out of the way here. Hold on, I'll just clear this crap here. Add drawing, clear drawings. I'll make this clear for you. I just want to make it too complicated for you, okay? So Jay, that's all Jay is doing is this, boom, boom, and he's looking for, okay, this section here, okay, to load the FN boat, okay? And you'll notice in the Curtis video that I sent you, this is the supply zone. This is where the short sellers are. Where the guys got in short here, well, they're going to be getting short here, and the guys that bought here are going to want to be selling into here. Well, guys, we're talking about computers or whatever you want to name it. And this is the name of the game, okay? And again, where are the buyers going to be? Well, the buyers going to want to be into here, like I'm saying, like Curtis here. So if you're shorting, and where are the buyers at? You know, who's going to buy my shares? Well, we want to see this golden zone. But if we crack this golden zone, look for the all-day fader. That's another story, okay? So Jay's loading the boat here in this section, and I'll keep my box here, okay? I'm just going to remove my fib. Sorry. I gotta get my cue up. Remove drawing. Now, if you look at my fib, okay, it's almost the same. I mean, we're talking a few cents here. My zone to load would have been here, and we're friggin' close. We're talking, you know, this is my zone up in here, so we're very close. So technically, I would have both of them up. Okay, I'll have these two boxes. So if we get in this zone, I'm snapping with a feeler, another feeler. I'm loading, and my stop is right here, a few cents over, and we're talking what, 5 cents? So I'll be in maybe 800 shares here, 600 maybe, like 200, 200, 4 confirmation 3-wave, another 100. Or 200, and boom, 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 I'll nail it on the way back down, okay? So this is the gap in crap, and you're gonna see this every day. When Jay's seeing in the watch list looking for a gap in crap, well, this is the levels he's looking at. I'm looking at the golden because I'm seeing a good reversal here, because maybe Jay's not taking this here because he just finds there's not enough range, you know? But if you're getting in here at 166, 160, and I'm looking for a final target here, which it did hit. It always hits this 1,000. It was 130, so we've got 30 cents range. So on 800 shares, that's a nice day for me. Okay, maybe for Jay it's not enough, but for me it's really nice, and for other traders too. Okay, so but like I'm saying, this is the typical gap and crap. Target 1. You can do target 1 here on the J lines, but like I'm saying, we're sitting on them. If I'm nailing up here, okay, if I'm getting nice fills and rejects, I'm taking profits here. I'm going to see what's going to do on VWAP. VWAP's going to be like my, if I want to see a crack of VWAP. If it cracks VWAP, forget about it. Guys are buying VWAP. Idiots are buying VWAP. And they're going to put their stop underneath. So as soon as it cracks, hit stops, boom, it flushes. You know, so cracked VWAP, and I'm going to take first target here, profits here, a third or a half. It all depends on how violent it is. If I'm getting up here, I'm trimming here, taking more profits here, final target here. Okay, that's clear? Okay, we're going to go to gap and extension. Gap and extension. We had GIVO. I have 2 examples for you, which were really nice. Okay, GIVO. Well, GIVO is not your typical. This I want to see this at 7, 7:30, 8. I do have a time frame. By 8 o'clock, I'm not jumping in short anymore. If I see the setup by 7, 7:30, I'm jumping in on my 3-wave distribution. If you don't understand, well, I know you know what the 3-wave is, but distribution is very, very simple. I'm going to draw it out for you. Okay. So the price is going to do this. Boom. Price is going to come up. Going to make a high. It's going to come down to the floor. Boom. Back to the high. And I want it to be in a nice tight range. I want it to be really tight. So at this point, I'm noticing it. Okay, this is like, oh, this is a beautiful setup. As soon as this thing comes back up, I'm nailing it here or in this section here. Nailing it. Stop right here. Not here. Okay, I don't want you to put your stop here. Couple cents. Pre-market, we're always going in feeler. I'm in maybe 200, 300 shares. Jay's in maybe 1,000 because he has a bigger wallet than me, but and I'm risking literally cents here. Okay, and as soon as I get this, I'm like, yes, and my fill was like in here, and then I'm just letting this play out. I want to see it crack, come to see a support. I want to see this, reject this new support, and then down to the J lines. Okay, that's my setup. Well, not mine. I love seeing this. Okay, and it's not, I don't want to say the risk, but the how can I say this? The percentage of a win rate is very good, very good. The only way that you're not going to get a good win rate on this is when you start seeing this comes here, cracks it, and then it starts making a higher low and doing this. That's not good. It's just accumulating. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting an uptrend. Okay, so this is it's called a bull flag, and it's gonna break out. Okay, so I don't want to see a low, higher low, higher low. This is a no. Okay, no. See, whoops, sorry. I just wanted to do something here. I want to get out of this function here. So that's not a no. This is, I'll do it to you. I don't want to see you doing this. This is a no. Okay. I think you get the point. Let's erase all these here. Okay, I'll get to the gap and extension. Clear drawing set, yes. Okay, so now the gap extension. What I'm looking for, a gap extension, and like I'm saying, this is all hindsight. I've been back testing this for a while, and I just throw it up there, and I'm telling you, I'm seeing it every day. It just kind of sucks that the other day Jay didn't nail it, and it didn't work out to our way. So when I'm looking for a gap extension, as soon as I see this pop, I've seen this, and as you can see, you do your pullback. Well, the pullback is actually higher. We got a 3% pullback. And we also made another high here. So this is like literally not the setup. When this happened that morning, I knew exactly he's going to get a gap extension. To where? Well, I'm going to show you. I just want to get rid of this drawing here for you. Clear drawing set. Okay, so I take my fib. I go from the market close or... the market closed. Did it do a lower high or just stayed in that range? Yeah, okay, stayed in this range here, okay? So I don't mind if we take this low, since it's relevant here. Okay, take this low here, boom, first high. Now, and it's not always going to work, Sam. Okay, it's not always going to work. Okay, so this did on the 132. This did a nice three wave. Okay, I use the 132, so I bring it up here. Let's just say if we do pierce, okay, the candle keeps on going. It didn't respect this minus 21. Well, you can just pull this down here. We're going to look for this minus 61. But what I do, this is kind of equal to the minus 27. What you can do is then, okay, it went over that. Then I'm going to go with the next high. Okay, and I'm going to see how this line reacts. Okay, this minus 27. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to reevaluate. So if I'm not loading the boat here, let's just say if I'm loading the boat, I only take 300-400 shares, 200 maybe. You know, it all depends on how my day's going. I had a nice day on Friday, so I'm not going to risk much. I would probably went in 200 shares and put my stop literally at $1.50. Okay, I would have gave it maybe 6 cents on 200 shares. Okay, I don't want to risk too much. So that's how I calculate the gap extension. Okay, so I always go to the first major structure, boom, high, and also I want you to see something here. Okay, how do I identify? Where is it going to reverse? Well, I want you to be a detective in this. When this is doing, look at the volume. Okay, here we had 3 million on this push. And this push here, we went from 345, 342, up to 346 on how much volume? Right then and there, I'm like, this, even there, like first green candle, okay, because the reds are selling. Now, do you see the picture here? We're being detectives, okay? This is going higher on less volume. There's my weakness. So as soon as this is cramping up, I'm not getting 3.2 million. I got 1.7, half of the volume here. Half of the volume, and it's still creeping up. So I'll be looking at this, and if you pull up a 132 tick chart, I'm pretty sure you'll get a nice three wave. Not really. 1, 2, it didn't even give you a chance to get in because I've been looking at this level here to get in to drop. Okay, so I'm just pointing out how am I going to measure the gap extension. And I'm going to give you another example, okay? MDGS. MDGS is such a sexy trade, my God. No, don't turn that off. Here, I'm going to go to 1 minute, and I'll show you again what happened that morning. How did we, 1 minute. So right then and there, I'm going to clear this fib. Remove drawing. So we'll put in a high here, this nice three wave. Well, it did like a nice distribution, but 1, 2, 3 down. I got a really nice, I went in with a bit heavier size here. I was having a shitty week. It was my week. Okay, I was having a bad week. Not P&L wise, but just nothing was working. I mean, I was nailing nice top ticking, and then it wasn't going through the J lines. It would like reverse on me and it stopped me out. Like I wasn't getting to my first TPs on this setup here. So what I do here, take here, high, and you go to market open, okay? 13%, look at that. Look at my black box, 13.5%. So right then and there, I know it's going to extend. What do? I hope you're answering before me. What do I do at this stage of, well, like this stage here, okay? Well, yeah, you're right. I'm going to pull a fib, okay? But it's only giving me a 13% here, but it's going back up. Well, I said 13 here, but let's just say it was a bit deeper in this section here, okay? At this stage, I didn't know it was going to be a gap extension yet. Okay, so we had 14% on the reversal when it reversed here. So at this time of the day here, okay, what am I looking for? Is it a gap extension? Is it a gap and crap? Okay, I'll answer another question with my, so we're going to go to pre-market yesterday. It's close here, boom. We've got 30%. So automatically it's qualifying for a gap and crap, okay? It's qualifying for, I don't know it's going to extend yet. I didn't know it was going to do this, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so at this time of the day, okay, it's technically a gap and crap. We've got our 30% push. Okay, we got I did a nice short cover on the J lines, cracked the J lines, but it recovered the J lines. So we'll put it in a low, higher low, so a higher low. Okay, so it's very important at this stage of the day. I knew it was a gap and crap. So what I was doing, I'm going to take a fib from pre-market high to the low. But we have 14%, so it doesn't make sense to me, okay, to start nailing this golden zone. Okay, so it made a higher high here. So at this, literally at this stage of the morning, we knew it was going to extend. Why? High, pre-market open. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Boom. We have 12%. What is the rule of thumb for a gap extension? Or gap and crap, sorry. My question is, what is the rule for a gap and crap? We want 17% and more. So at this stage, we knew it was going to extend. So what are we doing, okay? What are you and I going to be doing at this time of the day when all this is happening, okay? I'm going to clear, remove drawing, remove drawing. So at this stage, what am I doing? I want to go from pre-market low to the first major structure. Okay. Now, I just didn't put an order here at minus 27. I don't want us to do that. That's not the name of the game here. Okay. So I did get caught here because when you do look at the 132 tick chart, okay, we did have this nice crack, boom, and I got in here with a feeler. Okay, this is the 132 tick chart, so I got in here, but then I made a low, equal low, so double bottom for the buyers. Okay, and I got out here. You don't notice it in my video, but I got out in here, but I fat fingered out. Usually I use Alt C for my hotkey cover, 100% cover on the bid, on the ask, sorry, plus 2%, and I was using Control C instead of Alt key, so I didn't get filled here. Like, what the fuck? But in my video, I'm saying I'm covering, I'm out, but I didn't get filled because I didn't hit the right key, idiot. So it came down and said, okay, well then maybe it's going to fail. So I got lucky, but then no, boom. It found this support, push, and then right then and there I put a trend. Right then and there I put a trend, okay? And you'll notice on the 1 minute chart. So what am I looking at for the gap? Here's the market open, okay, $1.80. So I made a push. And this is what I'm talking about. The longer we consolidate like this, the longer I'm saying, okay, it's going to pop. Because what I want to do is I want to see, to make it valid at this minus 27 to work, push, stuff, rejection, fall. It has to be very abrupt, very, very violent, okay, for this setup to work. But it didn't. So right then and there I was like, oh, I wasn't getting nervous, but I was very quiet. I was looking at the tape. And then I literally put an order here, a hard stop at 190, and boom, I got stopped out. But it did pop and then came down back under my minus 22, 27. I'm like, oh damn. Two theories here, okay? What was my theory? Well, my theory was, okay, I'm just going to put hold on. I'm just going to keep a box here, okay? So this is my main level of interest. What did we say? If we do go past this minus 27, what did I tell you? What are we going to do? Give me a sec here. I'm on the 1 minute, 1 day time frame. I'm gonna go back 2 days, 3 days. Give me more data. I would have took this I would have took my fib and bring it right up to here. Or you can keep this fib here. Okay, you could have kept it there. Just drag this down, and this would have been my next level of interest. Okay, this is like where the mighty gods of sellers. So everyone that bought here are taking profits here. If we break this, they're going to retake profits up in here. This would have been like the ultimate reverse zone. But it's like you can't gamble with this. Okay, you can gamble. So like I'm saying, I was getting in short here, and literally I was saying to myself, I'm going to keep a stop here at $2. At $2 was my, like, 201, to be honest. This would have been my hard stop. If we would have broke this, and then this would have been the zone to see a distribution pattern, 3-wave or something, or a trend break, and this would have been like the ultimate zone to get in, or like higher high and less volume. But you see the volume was like decaying here. So, and to be honest, I was really snapping hotkeys. Whoa, what the hell happened here? Sorry about that. And when this wick came, sat back down, I'm saying, okay, get in on the next candle. And it wicked, and this body formed, and I snapped the hotkeys here, but I got to fill, actually, be honest, probably here, like the 186, 187. Came down without me, and this pop here, and I snapped the hotkeys here, and I got the fill. So that was my trade here. So that is the gap extension. Okay, I hope I didn't confuse you on any of this. So just make sure our pullback here is plus over 17%. We didn't have 17%, so we're going to gap extension. Pull your fib from yesterday low to the best market structure here. You can't go here. You can't go to the first here. It's minus 27 here. It's a double top. This is not what we're looking at. I want to see an extension off away from this pre-market high. So the next logical area would be into this minus 27 here. Okay. And we had, well, I did GIVO with you, and I'm going to do, I think, why did I have Fran up here? Oh yeah, because Jay this morning, I was looking at a video that he sent. Okay, let's see for the late day fade setup. Okay, late day fade setup is very, very, very common. Okay, we just have to notice the, setup. Was it here? Where did it happen? It was a couple days back. It didn't. There was no follow through on this one. Give me a sec. There was no follow through. There's a nice 3-wave here, but I like to see the 3-wave really tight. We have a shoulder, head, shoulder down. Okay. I don't think we. Where was this? Oh yeah, this was Friday. Sorry, I gotta go back more. We had a really nice setup on this the other day. I'll go back a bit more. 3 days. I'll go back 5 days. Because I was actually guiding. There we go. I was actually guiding one of the traders in the chat room because he was asking me, Sean, like when this happened? This was so violent, you know. So I always want you to put a trend. Okay, the trend is our friend. Okay, so trend. And getting in on this level here, like at the J lines, it's okay because well, I see it right away. I mean, another 3-wave, you know. So, and also, what do we have here? Is we have a volume divergence also. Okay, this one did make sense on this volume divergence, but it did have a divergence. This is less volume, so double top if you want. Crack. I'm looking for this to see where the weakness is. Okay, where's my entry? Well, my entry is going to be when this happens. Cracks the J lines. Well, I want to get in here. Okay, the J line. We have the 2 minute, and we also have the 1 minute, the 3 minute. Sorry, we have the 200 moving average, which is the 3 minute J lines, and we have this. So here is your best entry. I mean, best of the best. And I don't want you risking VWAP. No, 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 no. You get in here. You see this stuff. You get in on this candle here, and you literally put your stop right here, a few cents over. Okay. A few cents over. I also see something really nice here, which is a trend break retest. So trend break, retest, down. So you could have got in here and risk higher, but you have more risk. I would like to get in on this here. So this is the late day fade setup. And where am I aiming? I only want to go for this 200 moving average. Okay, I don't care about all this. I really don't care. It can go to 0. I don't care. You cannot be greedy on a late day fade setup. Okay, you cannot be greedy. This is like pizza money, small size, and I'm aiming for this 1,000. This is a 1,000 on the 1 minute, which is your 200 moving average on the 5 minute. Okay, so it just helps me that going flipping between the 5 minute and the 1 minute and blah 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 blah. So if you keep a 1 minute here to a 1,000 on the 1, this is my final target. So I would have been in, out. That's it. I don't care about all this. You know, it goes to 0. I don't care. This is the plan. This is the trade. This is your wave, man. This is the wave I'm going to catch for the day. You got one wave to ride. I'm going to ride this one. Bam, bam. Thank you. I'm out. That's the day. Okay. So there you go, Sam. If you have any other questions, please, please, please reach out to me, okay? It'd be my pleasure to help you out and get anything. So I just want you to concentrate, gap and crap, okay? The gap and extensions could be tricky. Okay? VBIV. I just want to give you an extension where I got stopped out the other day. And it did, I identified it. This was like the trend break retest. So if I take a trend, okay, so this was the trend break retest. So I got in on this, it just popped. So trend break, retest, slam. I got a shitty fill. I was hesitant, so I got filled here on the bottom. And when this thing pushed up, I stopped out. So I was literally risking like 5 cents. I did get a bit chopped up in here. I got back in, got back out. And I got chopped out. And it's 10:30, and this is my cutoff, okay? But here's my beautiful up, down, and I'm seeing it happen, and I sold my locates. I said it's like a 10:50 going on 11. This is past my bedtime, okay, as they say. So I didn't want to get involved in here. So this also was a nice gap and extension. I'll do the exercise with you just to show you why I identified a gap extension. Well, look at this. It's just uptrending all morning. Okay. Look, I even had this line here to measure the pullback. It's still there. So we had boom, down. We had 10% pullback. So I knew this thing was going to pop. But this ticker, I shouldn't have been playing it. I shouldn't. So I'm just going to take a sip of my beer. Cheers, my friend. I can't wait to get to Outer Banks, man. I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna trade together. We're gonna go kiting if you want. I go down with a gang of friends. We're about 10 of us. Long buddies, man. We've been doing this for 15 years. Well, now 14 because this year we didn't go because of COVID. But we have a nice group of guys. So we had that 10% pullback. So I knew this was gonna extend. But like I said when we spoke this morning, I should have. This is a rule breaker. Even Nico was saying, Sean, why are you trading this? Why is even Jay interested? This is a good company. Okay. The only reason why Jay got in this trade is because it had a high forecast of failing on first day. The only reason, like everything was against the odds. Okay. Everything was against the odds on this trade. And I got caught. Small. Maybe I was down 30 or 40 bucks. Nothing big. I was risking 10 cents on baby size. It's not my setup. So when it's not your setup, what do? Don't load the boat. Feelers. Okay? So that was it. Distribution, target 1, target 2. Okay? And that's the game on that. So Sam, again, really appreciate your videos on those exercises for my back. I am going to look at those after supper. I'm going to do a few. And if you have any questions, my friend, hook me up, call me, text me, DM me, and we'll answer your question. So I just want you to focus on gap and crap. The gap extensions could be a bit tricky, okay? We're going to do gap down day 2s another time, okay? I don't want to complicate things for you. 2 setups. Gap and crap, late day fade setup. The late day fade is very easy to identify. You see that big death candle through the J lines, you get it massacres them. Like here would have been awesome. Crack the J lines. If this would have retest here, would have been so beautiful. 9 EMA is under. Short. Aim for this 1,000 on the 1. And that's about it. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Later.